The Christmas lights are on all over Belgravia and we're here to cover it. And have we found some tucked away places that we've just discovered as well. Now this is Motcomb Street in an area which you would probably call North Belgravia, and this is tucked away behind Knightsbridge and Sloane Street. Now this has also been pedestrianised. Forget about the vans there, they've got special permission to be here apparently. But actually it's absolutely beautiful. And we're going to show you some of the shops that are down here as well as the Christmas decorations. This beautiful building on the left with the pillars, the Pantechnicon, is actually a cafe stroke restaurant. And you can come and sit out here, look at this, all year long with the heaters on. With a simple blanket of lights going across the middle of the street and also the Christmas trees underneath the lamps. It's beautiful. But for me, the absolute must-see decoration is this one outside of Waitrose. And if you look really closely, there's someone in the phone box. If you're coming up to London this year and you want to come and see the Christmas decorations, this has got to be on your list of things to come and see. And also come and have your photo taken by. And I was quite lucky there to manage to get that without any people in it. And even the shops down here, most of them are independent. So you've got the normal things like an estate agent. But when you look on the other side of the road and you fancy food, then how about this? You've got a cheese shop. Yes, the Fine Cheese Company of Bath and Belgravia. And you've even got a beautiful shop as a newsagent here. Also on the right hand side with the umbrella is the Rococo chocolate shop, and the smell coming from that is absolutely incredible. Now this is a new discovery for me, and I've been all over London and filmed lots and lots of different places, so this is one of those places that's on the top of the list to come back to after the Christmas during the day to really come and have a good look and see what's down here. And also one of the amazing things to do would be sit outside one of those cafes having a coffee and just watching the people go by. Now that'd be interesting. So in this video we're going to dart around Belgravia to give you the best lights possible. So this is Motcomb Street, and now we're going to head towards Orange Square, which is on the Pimlico Road, which is just behind Elizabeth Street, which you'll recognise from last year's video if you saw that. Here where I'm filming is Orange Square. Now every Saturday between 9 o'clock in the morning and 2 o'clock in the afternoon they have the Pimlico Road Farmers Market. So if you're up in the area, definitely worth coming down and having a look and getting some fresh produce from there. But at the moment they've got it all decorated, and look at these presents hanging from the trees. These are very simple but beautiful decorations, really lighting up the square. As you walk around the square, you're going to come across a statue of a very famous person. Yes, it's Mozart, and Mozart is here and he's watching over this area. And the reason for that is just down Ebury Street, which is literally no more than about 100 yards away, you've got a blue plaque which actually shows at the age of 12, Mozart in that particular building wrote his first symphony. Christmas decorations, history, little places that we haven't discovered before. What else could you want in a video? Actually, don't answer that. Hope you're loving the lights of Belgravia, and if you are, do us a favour, give this video a big thumbs up, will you? That'll do it loads of stuff for us. Thanks! Right, let's continue our tour of Belgravia, and as we do, we're now on Elizabeth Street, and we're right in front of a well-known cake shop, which actually is featured all over Instagram, and normally it's got flowers outside, but as you can see, they've well and truly done it up for Christmas, which looks amazing. And where else would you have chandeliers hanging from the middle of the street? Yes, it has to be Belgravia. If you're thinking, I love those lights and I want to go up there and see and picture them myself, then the easiest way to get here is either from Sloane Square Tube Station, which is probably a good 10 to 15 minute walk away, or alternatively, even closer than that, is Victoria Station. And it's not too far from that, it's probably about a 5-10 minute walk from there. The architecture of these buildings really helps with Christmas, just by having the railings covered with fairy lights and Christmas trees. It really does make it look beautiful. I also love the way that so many of these independent shops have also decorated themselves for Christmas. We'll show you through some of the windows of some of them in a second. And if you're coming to Belgravia, you definitely want to check out this gigantic wreath and get your photo by the side of it. I will have a closer look at this in just a couple of seconds. There we go, and if you love your golds and your flickering lights, then you love this garland going across the top here. And I had to double take several times because I thought there were 4 people in the shop, and then I realised there's 3 dummies at the window. Yeah, I do need to get my glasses sorted. For me, this has got to be my favourite shop across the whole of Belgravia, purely for its window display. And Joanna Wood is an award-winning luxury interior design practice and also shop specialising in architectural design, bespoke furnishings and home accessories. No wonder why it looks so lovely. I think it's just amazing how much you can fit into a shop window that size. Now, word of warning, if you like these sorts of shots with the different chandeliers going down the street, great to get them, but make sure that it is completely clear of traffic. What I didn't realise was it's one of the main routes through to Victoria Coach Station. Lovely, that's that bit of health and safety over. Let's have a close look at this wreath. Now, put it anywhere else, and how long do you think those little angels that are hanging from there are actually going to be there? I don't think they'd be there that long. I love it. Just look at all of the detail that goes into this wreath here. It's amazing. And can you see that wooden Christmas tree decoration with the reindeer? Beautiful. Now, our final place to show you on our trip around Belgravia is here, Ecclestone Yards. Now, this is tucked down a narrow passageway, so it's very, very easy to walk past. So get your Google Maps or your Apple Maps out and you'll definitely find it. But you go through and it opens up into a nice big courtyard. The lighting here on the autumnal colours is just beautiful. And then as you go into the yard, it all opens out. Definitely another place to come back to, and also preferably when all the scaffolding isn't up. And I just love this neon sign that I found. Belgravia is always a good idea. Now, the yard itself is pretty much full of restaurants, cafes and wine bars, so if you're coming down here, that's the ideal thing to do. But also you can just have a look around and see who's down here and what's going on. So what did you think of Belgravia? And which was your favourite Christmas decoration for Belgravia? Let us know in the comments down below. And do you think this would be a great place to come back to when it's daylight in the new year? Oh, also let me know in the comments down below. Now, if you're coming to Belgravia, another place you're also going to need to go to is Chelsea, which is literally just down the road, no more than a 10-minute walk. And I'll put our video to that and their Christmas decorations this year up in the top right-hand corner.